Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? It is MessYourself here. Today we are checking out facts that sound fake. So the thing is about the internet is that there is endless amount of information out there and a lot of information is fake, and today we are checking out facts that sound fake. For example, there are more tigers in captivity in the US than in the world wide. In the world, what? No, what? In the wild worldwide. No, I said that wrong. That was confusing. So yeah, if any of you guys have seen the documentary Tiger King, you would probably know this. But yeah, they estimate that there's only 3,890 tigers in captivity outside of the world, and for some reason America has 5 to 10,000.
This is America. If I want to own a tiger, I can own goddamn 10 tigers.
A typical cumulus cloud weighs about 1.1 million pounds. Whoa, that is a lot of cum in those cumulus clouds, guys. The average cumulus cloud, the fluffy ones you typically see on a Sunday day, has a water density of 0.5 gram per cubic meter and a volume of 1 billion cubic meters. When you calculate it, it comes to 1.1 million pounds. Didn't need to know that, but thank you. Pineapples take 2 years to grow. Oh my lord. So every pineapple you've ever seen, every pineapple you've ever eaten, it's been alive for 2 years. And that's how long it took. Next time you're eating a pineapple, guys, just appreciate it a little bit more. You know what I mean? China has used more cement in 3 years between 2011 and 2013 than the US did in the entire 20th century. According to the estimates of the US Geological Survey, the US used 4.5 gigatons of cement during the 1900s, whereas China apparently used 6.6 gigatons in 2 years, guys. We can't sit on China, man. Yeah, it's actually crazy the country that China has become. Honestly, China was a poor country back in the day, but now it's definitely the richest country in the world, or gonna be. Cheetahs can't roar. They can only meow like domestic house cats. Oh, yeah, I think we can all imagine a cheetah roaring, but no, they don't roar. They meow. Meow. Oh. Scientists who work with cockroaches become allergic to pre-ground coffee. What? So apparently cockroaches that infest large piles of coffee beans, they end up getting ground up into the coffee because it's too difficult to eliminate them, meaning that the US Food and Drug Administration allows a certain amount of insect fill to be in the coffee. That's nice to know. And apparently, because cockroaches are allergic to pre-ground coffee, researchers that work with cockroaches eventually adapt these same tendencies of becoming allergic to pre-ground coffee and chocolate. What? I cannot explain that. How does anyone explain that? I don't even know how to explain that. Around the world, many militaries have trained combat dolphins to perform dangerous tasks like locate underwater mines. Oh my god. Can you imagine a dolphin? Training a dolphin to find a mine? How? How would you even start to do that? I did hear dolphins are one of the most intelligent creatures ever. They're probably almost as smart as us. Or maybe just me. More time separates the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the Stegosaurus than the T-Rex from humans today. Yes, guys, it is very easy to forget that the world isn't 2,000 years old, but many, many millions of years old. So apparently Stegosauruses have already been extinct for 80 million years before a Tyrannosaurus Rex was next on the planet. They never actually lived side by side. Nintendo was founded in 1889. Yeah, I actually knew this fact. You would think Nintendo is like the modern day Nintendos, but no, they started off as a card company. Yeah, this is what it looked like in 1889. Damn. Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. According to botanists, true berries are simple fruits that stem from a single flower. Ah, with a single ovary and typically have several seeds. This includes kiwis, pomegranates, eggplants, and yes, bananas. An eggplant is a berry. A pomegranate is a berry. I can see that. A kiwi is kind of like a berry. That's interesting. But strawberries don't do that, on the other hand. They stem from a single flower with more than one ovary, which makes them aggregate fruits, along with raspberries and blackberries. Raspberries and blackberries aren't berries either. My whole life is a lie. Sharks predate trees? Apparently, the first tree lived 350 million years ago. However, we can trace sharks back to a whopping 400 million years ago. Crazy. 7% of all humans who have ever lived are alive today. Wow, if you guys have ever wondered how many humans have ever lived in human history, it's around 108 billion, which means every human that's ever lived, only 7% of every human that's ever lived is living right now. That is insane, honestly. A chicken lived without a head for 18 months. Yeah, I heard about this, but apparently chicken brains are concentrated at the back of their skull, meaning because there isn't much there anyway, they can literally chop off its head and they can live just off its nerve endings. A chicken named Mike the Headless Chicken got his head chopped off in 1945, but it didn't die. The family kept giving him food and water directly into his esophagus. What the hell? It died 2 years later. What the actual hell? Imagine this poor chicken. Why did he chop off his head in the first place? Just put him out of his misery. God. There is a species of shark that can live for around 500 years. Damn, guys. Yes, I did hear that cold-blooded animals age a lot less, because the aging process is a lot slower when it's cold. And apparently, the Greenland shark can live an average of 272 years on average, guys. Meaning they have found a few that have lived over 500. That's ridiculously insane. So the Guinness Book of World Records was created to settle bar arguments. Yes, guys, if you have heard of the Guinness Book of World Records, it is the book that keeps track of records that humans have kept. And it all started because some guy was arguing with some other guy in a bar about the fastest game bird in Europe. And apparently Sir Hugh Beaver, the managing director of the Guinness Brewery, noted that the answer was hard to find, so he started his own book in 1955, and there you go. Human children don't get kneecap bones until they're 3 years old? What the heck? No wonder why they can't walk. Aphids give birth to other pregnant aphids. Oh my god. So aphids are these little tiny bugs that you'll sometimes find, and ladybugs apparently eat them. But apparently most aphids are born pregnant. They're born pregnant and beget females without wastrel males, meaning the embryos complete development within the mother's ovary one after another in an assembly line fashion. These developing embryos contain developing embryos of a third generation within them, like Russian dolls, meaning that this one bug is pregnant with a pregnant bug. What? If you drop silly putty from a great height, it will shatter instead of bounce. Okay, I didn't need to know that. A mantis shrimp can punch with a force of 22 caliber bullet? Oh my god. Okay, guys, next time you see a mantis shrimp, don't touch it. One 18-inch pizza is more pizza than two 12-inch pizzas. You would think 12-inch plus 12-inch is 24, but no, guys. All right, do the math, guys.
If a pizza has a diameter of 18 inches, that means it has an area of 254.47 square inches. And if a pizza has a diameter of 12 inches, then it has an area of 113.1 square inches. If you get them to
next time you want to order two pizzas, just order one. You fash. There are more trees on Earth than there are stars in the galaxy? What are you talking about? I thought there were billions of stars. NASA estimates there are 100 to 400 billion stars. But apparently there's 3 trillion trees on Earth? What? That is insane, guys. Honestly, we always think the universe or the Milky Way galaxy as being this infinite thing. But no, in our galaxy, there's only 400 billion. Only 400 billion. More people live in Bangladesh than in Russia. Wow, this small country, the east of India, has more people living in this massive country of Russia. 163 million people live there, as opposed to 144 million in Russia. That's insane. In a room of 23 people, there's a better than 50% chance that 2 of you will have the same birthday. That is insane, guys. You get any 23 random people and the probability is half, 50%. Okay, this is going to sound confusing. So you can read this if you want the full explanation, but basically the odds of you not having the same birthday is 364 over 365, because that's how many days there are in the year. And if you times that by like as many people, if you keep doing it over 23 times, the probability drops below 50%. That means, yeah, one of you is going to have the same birthday. The US Air Force lost a nuclear bomb somewhere off the coast of Georgia. No one knows where it is, but apparently they dropped the bomb outside of Georgia after colliding with another plane. The military says it has a resting place and it poses no risk. Yeah, it poses no risk, guys, but just know there is a nuclear bomb that could go off literally any second. Cashews grow on the bottom of a fruit called a cashew apple. Oh my lord, I eat like 1 million cashews at once. Are you trying to tell me one cashew comes from one apple and it's a cashew apple? What the hell? Honey never expires, apparently. Apparently 5,000-year-old honey has been found and it's perfectly edible. That's crazy. Baby carrots were invented in 1986. So who cares? No, baby carrots are not actually baby carrots. Did anyone actually think a baby carrot was a baby carrot that just hadn't grown yet? Wow, some people are stupid. Try to breathe and swallow at the same time. You can't. Wait, what? No. No. Oh man, that one messed me up. No, I didn't need to know that. Okay, guys, tell someone that they can't do that and watch them try. It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. What? Okay, you can sort of hum, but the thing is with humming is that you are breathing out of your nose while you're humming, if you didn't notice. Yeah, you are breathing out your nose. That's why you're not meant to. If you folded a piece of paper 42 times, it would reach the moon. Yes, guys, this is true. I don't think you can actually fold a piece of paper more than a certain amount of times. So basically, paper folding is exponential. So that means by the time you fold it 9 times, it would have been bigger than 500 sheets of paper. And then if you just kept folding it, by 20 times you folded it, apparently it would be 10 kilometers high, which is higher than Mount Everest. Keep folding it, and then you get to the moon at 42. Okay, that's actually insane if you think about it. 42 is not a lot, but it is timesing 42 times. Timesing paper 42 times, you know, it's going to be a lot. Coconuts kill more people than sharks every year. The same with cows. Wow, guys, a bloody coconut. Imagine you bloody dying by a coconut or a bloody cow. So this guy pointed out after looking at recent data that you are 15 times more likely to be killed by coconuts than a shark. So don't be careful when you're going around sharks. Be careful when you're walking under coconut trees. You mop absindon is upside down, spelt upside down with different letters of the alphabet. Wow, guys, see the word upside down? Let's flip it upside down. It's still upside down, which spells upside down. This is how Brussels sprouts grow? They grow on stalks? I didn't know that. Great. Russia has a larger surface area than Pluto. Okay. Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia. Okay. Hippo milk is pink. Okay. The Cookie Monster's real name is Sid. Carrots were originally purple. Yeah, guys. All right, come on. Everyone knows this. Carrots used to be purple. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. No, I don't believe that. That's not true. Wow, national animal of Scotland. A unicorn. Something that doesn't even exist. Why do countries have animals anyway? I thought countries only have animals of the animal that lives in their country, not a unicorn. There are more fake flamingos in the world than real flamingos. Great. The name Jessica was created by Shakespeare in the play Merchant of Venice. No way. If you're named Jessica, you are literally a made-up name. John Tyler, the 10th president of the United States, has a grandson who's alive today? I don't even want to look that up. The probability of you drinking a glass of water that contains a molecule of water that also passed through a dinosaur is almost 100%? What do you mean? So according to this article, there's a YouTube channel, Curious Minds. They basically explain that the amount of water on Earth has remained the same. So basically meaning that all water you see on Earth is water that was once used and now something else. I don't know, guys. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. Banana. There is enough iron in your body to make a 3-inch nail. There have been studies that show that goats like us have accents. 1,000 seconds is 16 minutes. 1,000,000 seconds is 11 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is 32 years. So 1 billion is a big number. Every 2 minutes, we take more pictures of all of humanity did in the 19th century. Well, obviously, how are they going to take pictures in the 19th century? I'm not supposed to be blown away by that fact. There are more public libraries than McDonald's in the US. Okay, I'm not surprised by that either. A buttload is an actual unit of measurement equivalent to 126 gallons. Okay, I didn't know that before, but I guess now I do. Every odd number has something in common. They all have the letter E in it. Wow. The word helicopter isn't heli and copter, but helico, which means spiral, and putter, meaning with wings, like a pterodactyl. So it's helicopter. Wow, that's thanks for telling me that. If you dug a hole to the center of the earth and dropped a book down, it would take 42 minutes to reach the bottom. Damn. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Have you guys ever gone skydiving? It's like falling not only to earth, but through the earth. It's crazy, actually, if you think about it. 42 minutes of free falling? Peanuts are not nuts. They grow in the ground, so they are legumes. Wow. Thanks for that. Turtles can breathe out of their butts. Okay. The dot over an I is called the tittle. Wow, guys. Next time you are dotting your I's, just remember to add that little tittle. Just add the little tittle on that little tittle. There are more atoms in a glass of water than glasses of water in all of the oceans on Earth. Yeah, we get it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. These facts now are just getting ridiculous, and honestly, I could be reading these facts all day. This was such a waste of all of our times. I learned everything, and I also learned nothing in this video. Either way, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Sorry for the weird type of content, reading out facts, but if you enjoyed, leave a like, and also pick up some merch, guys, if you want to support MessYourself and everything that he's doing on YouTube. Either way, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to my other YouTube channels, my gaming channel and my animation channel, which I'm going to be working on a lot. And next year, go subscribe and check that out. Either way, though, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.